What's up, Devils? J-Dog back to knock out some more questions. And today's questions we're going to be going over are on the video The Lamest Big Metal Band. It was 3 weeks ago, 1.1k views, 187 comments. So I did scroll down to get to a question, just that way I wasn't dicking around too much. So, first one I got to, freaking Slayer. iDog question. Old reference to old Hellcast. Put in the comments of how many of you guys that watch these that when they see iDog or someone calls me iDog, where you don't know what they're talking about. If you don't, maybe I can tell that fucking story. But it was on a Hellcast episode. iDog question. You probably answered this on a previous video. Thoughts on the bands Cenotaph and Shub Niggurath from Mexico? I mean, they're respectable, solid death metal bands from the early 90s and from Mexico. But to me, I just think they're boring, to be honest. They do nothing for me. Doesn't suck at all. It's kind of like I always want to get into it. I recheck it out. Like there's that double disc CD that came out by Cenotaph. That it's the album, The Gloomy Reflections, and I maybe their whole discography, their demos and 7 inches, and it's fine. But I'm just bored. I always preferred Mortuary, to be honest with you. I thought they were better for the early '90s, and then bands like The Scourge from Mexico, I thought just a band being from Mexico, just far superior to all of them, to be completely honest with you. But not bad. Definitely a legendary place. For Mexican death metal. I mean, they were the pioneers. You know what I mean? Basically, Mortuary, Shub Niggurath, and Cenotaph. They were the very early ones, and I'm sure a handful of others I'm forgetting. But they're there, but just for me, it doesn't do anything for me. But definitely respectable death metal bands. Rocky's musical rarities. Why do you think Mortician is so exceptionally memorable sound? What exactly is about them? Well, I think it's a combination of things. I mean, one, you have movie intros. Two, you got the drum machine, which there's bands that use drum machines, but not tons of them, especially with the blast beats. It's really distinct. Will's vocals are super low, and the guitar tuning is super, super fucking low. So, I just think a combination of all that. And pretty much just that. And yeah, I don't think too many other bands, because if you put on even as somebody like, I'm sure maybe some dumb outside of metal might say otherwise, but to me, you got to be pretty fucking stupid. If you're to put on Immolation, which is like a heavier, lower death metal band, right? Low vocals, etc. You put next to Mortician, I don't see how someone's like, this sounds the same. You know what I mean? It just doesn't. You know what I mean? But I'm sure some idiot out there who hasn't even heard. Hasn't even heard fucking Show No Mercy, for example, might say that, but they're definitely what they're talking about. Goat Man, thanks for answering my question, bro. I was wondering about your opinion on Gore. Was that in this video? I know I answered it. Or did I answer it recently? But it's on one of my videos. I don't know if it's posted yet. Personally, I hate it. Also, do you like any gimmick bands? I mean, who's a gimmick band? I mean, is Ghost considered a gimmick band? I mean, who's considered a gimmick band? I guess. You got 8 replies to that. Maybe someone put it in there. People just say butchered at birth. I mean, an album, but do you think it's a gimmick? I don't know. Maybe I'm out of the loop. I don't know how, but Little Over 90. Question for the dog and the Devils. What is your thought on the Exhumed album, Necrocracy? I like the album a lot, but it just does not feel like an Exhumed album. More death metal versus gore metal, and no sewage or beams lows. I like it. Kind of same. It's not my favorites. To me, it was kind of almost like their Heartwork album. You know what I mean? Because there's some of the leads kind of reminiscent to it, but it was still not too jumping off course like Carcass Heartwork did. And I know for a fact, as a matter of fact, early years of hanging out with Matt Harvey and Cole Jones, I'm pretty sure both of them said this, but I'm virtually positive Cole Jones told me this. His favorite Carcass albums were, his first favorite is Symphonies of Sickness, and his second favorite is actually Heartwork. So I know they both like the album Heartwork. And I know Cole doesn't play in Necrocracy, but, Matt does, and Cole started the band. And they were best friends since they were 14 or some shit. Middle school, I believe. But no, I like it. But I like my least favorite Exhumed album is Death Revenge, the concept album. I do like it. I own it and I enjoy it. There's no album I don't like, but I like Necrocracy better than that one, personally. But I do agree, as far as the lows, Raw Sewage is my favorite. I love Beams Low's vocals. They're super fucking low and brutal. But Sewage just what I liked about him is no one else really sounds like his growls. You know what I mean? Like they just don't sound like anybody else. So I liked him for the character. But because Necrocracy, yeah, I don't even know who even does the lows on that. One of the guys I'm not familiar with, never met. Um, Matt does the highs, yeah. Mike Beams or Ross Suits is one of those mid tier guys where I, I, I kind of don't know him because I never met him. So yeah, I mean, obviously it says on the I said obviously it says in the booklet or so, but I just never paid attention or kind of cared to be honest with you. Human brisket, dog. Any ghost stories? Nothing supernatural you have experienced? Unfortunately, not. I would like to because I'm not going to say that I do or don't believe in ghosts. I'm kind of on the fence. I'm just like, nothing. I haven't seen anything that proves otherwise. I'm not going to go ignorantly and say it doesn't as a factual thing just because I haven't seen it. It just doesn't make logical sense from all the belief systems, or at least the mainstream ones, which I think are full of shit. That right there. The thing is, that's hilarious about the ghost things I've always found out is like, especially Christians, when they're like, the house is haunted, or this is like, okay, you're basically admitting to me right now that you are a fake Christian and you don't believe in Christianity, the holy book that you follow and all this bullshit. Because it literally says nothing about when you die, you stay on earth. Nothing about that. It says you either go to heaven or you go to hell. So do you believe that bullshit or you don't? You say you do and you go to church, but yet you're worried about haunted houses and haunted places and ghosts and demons and all sort of shit. It says nothing in the book about that. So to me, you're a phony. You're a fucking fake, which most of the Christians are. You should not believe in ghosts and be scared of haunted houses or anything like that. Like not like haunted houses you attend for pleasure. Like actual this place is haunted. If you claim to be a Christian, and I'm not sure what Judaism and all those stupid ass religions say too. Islam and who the fuck knows. The only reason I know about Christianity is I was raised Catholic, so I know a little bit about it, right? And actually had to read the Bible and all that other bullshit. So know a decent amount about it to fucking to rag on it. You know what I mean? The other ones, not so much. But yeah, I haven't seen it, but I would like to say, I think it'd be, to me, if you could prove or like physically show on a videotape or something, which no one ever has. There's documentaries. Get the fuck out of here. No, that shit. That's just all garbage. I've never seen anything where I was convinced. I'm like, whoa, that is compelling, no doubt about it, evidence. But I would like that because it kind of just basically tells Christianity how fake it is. Here's just evidence that you're wrong. Granted, didn't think you needed it because anybody with a fucking middle school education and common sense can figure out that fucking phony baloney book is just for the garbage can. But nonetheless, that'd just be more, just like if aliens came from outer space, if aliens existed, just more proof, dude, your God is completely fake. Because if that was the case, why is there no mention of them? I've always said this too, like in the Bible and stuff like that, when it's like, on God, on the seventh day, God created man. No, he didn't. Like flat out, no, he didn't. What do you mean? The Earth, it's proven that fucking mankind's been here for what? I don't know, like less than a million years or whatever it is. Not the millions and millions of the planets existed. They came millions and millions of years later. Why does the Bible say nothing whatsoever about fucking dinosaurs who were here millions of years before? Now I know there's some fucking quacks out there that believe that dinosaurs are fake and shit like that, which you never know. I mean, I guess anything's possible. I don't believe it's like just magically fucking sprouted bones all over the place for fake. I mean, what gain would they have? Like who like the flat earthers believe that and shit like that. And I think the talk of it's interesting and stuff, but like for them to lie about the planet being round and to lie about dinosaurs, the higher ups, the being for what? Why? What gain? There's no benefit. Like it's usually to lie about shit, government lying and the higher beings, they do it for power and money. Well, yours, they're doing it to keep control over you. That's what the flat earthers said. What control do they have? Like, put it this way, even the flat earthers can 100% prove the earth is flat. Okay, and my life didn't change at all. I just think it's an interesting topic. I don't give a shit if it's round or flat, square, fucking rectangle. I don't care. Like my life is exactly the same. Well, it proves they've been lying to you. Where have you been, dum dum? That's why I don't follow government on shit. I don't vote. I don't do anything. I've known they've lied. I've been knowing they've lied to us since like 13 years old. Fuck you, Ben. I've been knowing that. I don't need to I don't need proof for it. I 100% know they're lying to us. They've been lying to us ever since day one. So what the fuck? I don't need to know that. But anyways, like I say, like aliens from outer space, things like that, that would also prove Christianity. You guys are just this is 100% hoax. Like you're completely out of your mind if you still believe in that. If that was to happen, like you can prove aliens existed. I mean, but and the ghosts. But the thing is funny. Like I said, it's like why doesn't the Bible say anything about dinosaurs, outer space? Why? And the answer is very, very obvious. Because the book was written by a man's hand when man was here at the time that it was written. Man didn't know anything about dinosaurs in the fucking outer space. You know what I mean? They didn't know anything about the other planets, things like that. They didn't know. So it's not in there. If it was some silly ass fucking god, like he's the one that told the man to put it in the mix, he would at least fucking made mention of it. By the way, I create other planets. You don't really need to know about them because you'll never visit. Like something, say something. You didn't say fucking nothing. It's because it's completely fucking bullshit. So I always thought that was kind of fucking entertaining and if nothing else, just kind of funny. Just more like I just don't see how anybody falls for that nonsense. But ghosts never experienced it. I'm not saying I believe or don't believe, but and usually someone when it's like someone that did experience it, it's usually some fucking either someone that's been addicted to drugs or alcohol or a little off the rocker. Not all times, but I can't say I personally met. Maybe I'm forgetting somebody who I've met that was, let's just say, all there upstairs. That they had some convincing, like, no, dude, I had this experience, X, Y, and Z. I've never met them. Not saying they don't exist. I can't think of somebody that I've met. It was always just somebody where I'm just like, yeah, this guy's a little off, anyways, in some way, shape, or form. He's like, yeah, I seen a ghost, and blah blah blah, this, and that. So yeah, haven't seen it, but would totally be into it because I think it would be definitely cool. Dennis Jordan, I feel like a poser for forgetting about Church Bazaar. That you should check out Church Bazaar. Got Brabras, them, and Victimizer, members of the same band, both from Denmark. Hellside Bangers put them out well over 10 years ago, long out of print. So I have no gain by telling you. It's not like we have shit to sell or anything like that. So I have nothing to gain by telling you. I'll tell you what, too, like just today, seeing I'm wearing a Sinister shirt earlier, we got restocked again by Sinister Cross the Sticks, CDs, and Diabolical Summoning, the first two albums, right? And we've had them several times. Cosmic Key put them out in those nice deluxe kind of like jewel cases. I like the jewel cases; they're cool. But the only downside is if one breaks, you're fucked. You basically because you can't really replace it. Well, at least I don't know where you get those cases at. So you almost have to buy a new copy or just have a broken case. That's the only downside. But they look nice and they look sharp. You know what I mean? Anyways, we've gotten those a few times now, and they sell each time. But they went up on yesterday's update, a Wednesday update, restock update. And we sold almost all of them overnight. And it was just fucking finally good to see, like, because like I said, Sinister, it always sold, but it would like kind of like trickle out the door. Meanwhile, some fucking bullshit new fucking ham and egg or goddamn death metal band that's hasn't done dick in comparison to Sinister is fucking running circles around sales. Makes no sense. So it's just really fucking refreshing to see that people, whether it be younger bucks, devils that missed out, maybe they sold their stuff, maybe their shit was stolen, whatever the case, maybe they just had it on cassette all the years, picking it up. Because in my opinion, I gotta be completely fucking honest with you. If you claim you're into death metal and you don't at least own and like the first two Sinister albums, because I do agree they eventually got crappy, but you can't hold that against them. What fucking band did it? Iron Maiden got shitty as fuck. Metallica, Slayer, those bands all suck because they got crappy. Well, band Carcass got crappy. Who the fuck doesn't get crappy? So, but yeah, if you don't admittedly like the first two Sinisters, like I listen to death metal, and you got all these 200 stab wounds and all these maggot stomp bands and $20 spins, but you don't own the first two Sinisters, to me, you're kind of a fucking poser. God damn, that's a long right now, poser. You get the point, though, right? Because yeah, those to me are like, if you're in a death metal, those are mandatory fucking, death metal albums. You don't listen to too much death metal if it's just mostly like thrash, heavy metal, black metal. Okay, fine. But if you're claiming you're in a death metal, and you're following all these modern death metal bands, and first two Sinisters, yeah, to me that's poser central. You need to get in the loop, brah. But anyways, it was refreshing to see how fast they're moving. And again, like I don't, because we have tons of stuff to move, so some stuff sits. So it's not like it's a vested interest of mine. It's just when I got to pull something, I'd rather pull that than some bullshit where I'm like, what is this? You know what I mean? It just makes no sense to me. So anyways, it's kind of cool to see. And that was just so happened to be today. Nakshmar. Shout out to you, Bravo. I don't recognize your goddamn user ID. Where are the people who scream at you for calling napalm death metal when they're oh so clearly grindcore with only later adding death metal elements? Therefore, they don't have to care about being metalheads. That's how our conversations went when Napalm Death were mentioned. Laugh aloud. See, to me, that's stupid. Like, grindcore to me is just metal. It's just a subgenre. Like, what do you mean it's not metal? Like, grindcore is very, very reminiscent of like death metal. It's just in certain cases, like when there's ultra blasting and stuff. Like, let's call it like it is. A lot of times you can't even like differentiate. Like, is it grind? Is it death metal? I don't know. Put it in like the average person would know. So like, it's in the metal family. You know what I mean? It's just another subgenre. That's like saying black metal is this is Cavalt stuff, and it's not in the metal tree. You know what I mean? It's just another subgenre. That's just because the word metal isn't in the grindcore title. It's the same goddamn fucking thing. It's an extreme subgenre of metal. So I don't know. Like everybody's bitching about because you put them in the metal category. I mean, no one's done that to me, and that's just dumb to me. That's someone that does. Jared L. Lesperance. Sorry, I'm saying that wrong there, brah. J Dog found this man. Where's Hellcast been? Oh, that was Craig's gig. He doesn't want to do it no more. I don't know. I think he's kind of just getting out of the entire game altogether. To be honest with you, he didn't directly say that, but it's this is the way it looks to me. Actions speak louder than words, right? But yeah, he's done. He's not going to do it anymore. So you got just me. That's it. So that's sufficient for you, brah. Not then. Sorry about that. Eric G. Question: any hope of getting early Macabre on vinyl through Hells or another run of Dahmer? Oh, it's funny. I just showed that Macabre LP I bought and just saw Macabre the other night, a few days ago. Went up the video. Um, Dennis the Menace told me that Nuclear Blast bought the entire catalog and they're supposed to be redoing everything, all of them. He said every single album. I guess CD LP, cassettes potentially. I don't know. He said I even said even Dahmer because we did Dahmer initially. About 10 years ago we did Dahmer, the double LP. He said yeah. So there you go. And will we get him in? Hopefully. Life Eternal. Who's your favorite bootleg merch service? Who has it? What's a bootleg merch service? Is there like a place that specifically sells only bootlegs? If that's the case, I don't know. I'm on merch service. Yeah, I don't know. Don't know of any. Joe Deacon's question: what are your thoughts on the YouTube community you've built up? I think it's cool. I mean, I don't know how much of a community it is because, like, is it? I've definitely, other than the guys that comment all the time, like you, Joe, for example, and Goatman, and a bunch of others, the regulars that comment, maybe not every video, but damn close to it. It's that would be kind of community. Outside that, I'm kind of curious how many other guys like watch all the time, like, because it's funny because like right now I'm at what am I at subscriber wise as we speak? 1,870 some. It just says 1.87K. So just under 2,000, but most videos get under 1,000 views for me. They're right around 800 mark. Seems like a solid, almost guaranteed every video is going to hit. And then, so I'd say 60% hit that. And then about 40% hit the, 1,000 to 1.2 thousand. So just under 2,000 subscribed. Where's the other, on most of the videos, 800. Where's the other 800 people? Well, no, not 800. Where's the other 1,000 people? And where's the other 800 on the other? You know what I mean? Like, where are they at? Like, why they subscribe if they don't watch? A very, very, very large portion of videos. So with that being said, are they part of the community? They're subscribed, but they don't watch it. So I'm not concerned. I'm not. I think it's cool, but to answer your question, I don't really know how much of a community is it. Is it like so what I see? It seems like the community to me. It looks like I don't know 20 people because that's who I know just because I see the names all the time. Ricky Jones, J-Dog, what are some of your favorite music videos? Favorite music videos? A lot of them, I mean, I guess the very first one that I'm not going to say the very first, other than seeing shit on MTV before where I knew death metal was, maybe I've seen Metallica or something, I don't count that crap. But the first, like, real metal video I've seen, I guess let's just put that in there for a nostalgic reason, was Cannibal Corpse Devoured by Vermin. That's the first one I seen, so maybe let's just say that. I saw that in the VHS tape, the Monolith of Death Tour. Uh, on that, yeah, it's a bonus track basically. There's one or two live shows on the VHS tape. There's a DVD of it now too, years later. But when I first picked it up, it might have been not even me that picked it up. It might have been Eric or Chase. I was so young. But anyways, when it was picked up, there was live shows on there, and at the end, I guess it's like a bonus track. There was Devoured by Vermin music video. So let's say that's everything after that. Music videos. I think everything I've seen was just on YouTube. Stumbled across it. Wasn't really searching out. As far as favorites, I mean, I gotta say, Macabre. I really like some of the new ones they're doing for like Joe Ball and stuff like that. I thought were cool. You know, the little cartoon images. Deicide Conviction when they did that with the claymation Glenn chasing down Christ. That was cool. Um, you know, and I've seen other cannibal ones like Sentence to Burn and what song did you off Red is the Color? He goes for the time Red is the Color. Code of the Slashers. Remember being, you know, cool, but I mean, nothing really sticks out like, holy shit, that was so badass. So I'd probably go with Devoured by Vermin because of nostalgia purposes. You know what I mean? So, anyways, that does it for this one. Just over the 20-minute mark. You know what to do. Comments, questions, concerns, put in the goddamn fucking comments box, and I'll get them answered bright and early in the morning. Later, devils.